If you wear glasses or feel that your vision is getting worse every day, what I am about to reveal to you, it may seem unbelievable, but it is totally real. A group of Japanese scientists discovered something alarming. The true origin of the blindness after 50 years is not in the eyes, but in a silent process that begins within the brain. Worse. Most of the ophthalmologists, neither not even it. They mention, but there is a natural and surprisingly solution simple, that already has helped more than 110,000 people worldwide. Rejuvenate your sight without surgery, without eye drops, and without spending on expensive glasses. During my 37 years as a specialist in eye health, I have treated all types of conditions: cataracts, glaucoma, myopia advanced, and even macular degeneration. But what worries me most is that no one talks about the true cause of the vision loss in older adults: silent inflammation, oxidative stress, and poor circulation in the finer structures of the eye. These three enemies slowly deactivate the ability to see with clarity, even when your studies come out normal. The good news is that the nature gave us powerful tools to defend our eyes. And now the modern science is confirming what ancient cultures already they knew for a long time, centuries. Imagine incorporating into your feeding a root golden that acts as an invisible shield, protecting every cell of your eyes against him aging. That root exists. It's called turmeric, and its secret is in curcumin, a compound asset with such an antioxidant power strong that neutralizes the free radicals that attack your retina day after day. Several studies reveal that, when combined with certain foods, turmeric can revert eye damage, improve the circulation in the eyes, and regain a visual clarity that you thought was lost forever. But curcumin goes beyond simply being an antioxidant. Research published in a Journal of Ocular Pharmacology and Therapeutics have shown that they possess properties-specific anti-inflammatory drugs that can be crucial in preventing and managing conditions such as macular degeneration associated with age, one of the main causes of blindness in older adults. Did you know that curcumin has the ability to traverse the blood-retinal barrier? This barrier is like an extremely selective filter that protects the retina, allowing he only pass certain substances. The fact that curcumin can crossing it means that you can arrive directly to where it is most needed. Studies recent also have revealed something fascinating. Curcumin can activate cellular cleaning mechanisms in the eyes, a process called autophagy, which removes damaged components and helps maintain the health and functionality of cells. It's as if it provides your eyes an internal maintenance system that works continuously. Incorporating turmeric into your diet is surprisingly simple. A teaspoon daily in your meals, ideally combined with a little black pepper, which increases its bioavailability up to 4,000%, can make a significant difference in the protection of your eyes. You can add it to soups, stews, jodi rice, smoothies, or even prepare it as a comforting infusion with a touch of honey and lemon. The most extraordinary thing about turmeric is that its benefits, they are cumulative. We are not talking about a solution immediate but a long-term investment in your visual health. Every time you incorporate this root golden to your food, you are depositing in your account banking eye health. Perhaps you have seen grow among the cracks of the asphalt or form golden mantles in parks during spring. The humble dandelion, considered by many to be a weed, is in reality one of the most powerful allies for your visual health. What makes a dandelion so special is its exceptional concentration of lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that are deposited specifically in the macula, the central part of the retina responsible for vision detailed and central. These compounds, they work like internal sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and protecting the photoreceptor cells of the oxidative damage. A research published in the British Journal of Ophthalmology showed that people with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin in their diet has a significantly lower risk of developing macular degeneration. In fact, these compounds, they can reduce this risk by up to 30%, which is what the converts in one of our better defenses against this devastating disease. The dandelion offers, besides an added bonus, it's rich in vitamin A, essential for production of rhodopsin, the protein that allows our eyes adapt to the vision in low light conditions. Have you noticed that it takes you longer adapt to the darkness when you walk into a dimly lit room? It could be a sign that your vitamin A levels need an impulse. It marvelous of the dandelion is that you can take full advantage of it. Its nutrient-rich leaves can be added to salads, providing a slightly bitter touch that combines perfectly with lemon and honey vinaigrette. Its root can roasted and used as a substitute of coffee, providing additional liver benefits that indirectly support the eye health. Remember that the liver is essential for the metabolism of fat-soluble vitamins essential for the vision. Even, its flowers can be used to prepare infusions or, if you dare to explore the herbalist homemade, to make a medicinal oil that has been traditionally used to relieve eye inflammation. Something that fascinates me about dandelion is like his structure, reminds us its medicinal purpose. Its stem gaps contain a white latex, similar to the vitreous humor that fills our eyeballs. It's as if the nature was against us, leaving clues about the benefits of this plant for our vision. Small, blue and sweet. The blueberries are true, nutritious jewels for your eyes. Its intense blue-purple color comes from anthocyanins, powerful antioxidants that have a special affinity for ocular structures. The anthocyanins present in the blueberries. They have a fascinating property. They can accelerate the regeneration of rhodopsin, the protein responsible for vision in low, light conditions. During World War II, British pilots, they regularly consumed blueberry jam before their missions nighttime, reporting significant improvements in his vision in the darkness. A study published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that anthocyanins not only protect retinal cells against the oxidative stress, but also they can improve the ocular blood flow, ensuring that your eyes receive all the nutrients and oxygen they need to function optimally. Blueberries have another ace up their sleeve. They contain quinic acid, which helps prevent adhesion of certain bacteria to the walls of the bladder, reducing the risk of urinary tract infections. What this has to do with your eyes? More than you imagine. Chronic infections and systemic inflammation can affect indirectly your visual health, and maintain your urinary system healthy contributes to reducing the overall inflammatory load on your body. Incorporating blueberries into your diet is a guilty pleasure without guilt. You can enjoy them fresh as a snack, add them to your morning cereals, incorporate them in smoothies, or even prepare a delicious homemade compote with a touch of cinnamon and lemon. If the fresh blueberries are not available or are too expensive, the frozen blueberries keep its properties practically intact nutritional. In fact, some studies suggest that the freezing process can break down cell walls, making some nutrients more bioavailable. A personal tip: combine blueberries with a little pure cocoa powder, minimum 70%, in your smoothies. Cocoa contains flavonoids that complement the action of anthocyanins, creating a perfect synergy for the health of your eye blood vessels. Considered as the most expensive spice in the world, the saffron is truly a treasure for your eyes. Its distinctive red stigmas contain crocin and quercetin, two carotenoids with properties extraordinary for the visual health. Research recent have shown that the saffron can significantly improve the retinal function in people with macular degeneration in early stages. An Italian study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science found that patients who took saffron supplements for 3 months experienced an improvement remarkable in his contrast sensitivity and in his ability to perceive details. But what makes saffron truly unique is its capacity to improve the perception of colors. The compounds of the saffron seem to stimulate the activity of the cones, the retinal cells responsible for color vision. This explains why some people report seeing colors more vivid and brighter after consuming saffron regularly. Saffron. It is also a powerful neuroprotector. Its compounds assets they can cross the blood-brain barrier and protect nerve cells, including the of the optic nerve, against the oxidative damage. This property, it makes it especially valuable for preventing and managing conditions such as glaucoma, which primarily affects the nerve cells of the eye. Although saffron is expensive, it is needed quantities very small to obtain benefits. Just a few grams, approximately 20 milligrams, daily can make a significant difference. You can add it to rice, soups, infusions, or even a glass of milk warm before sleeping. A tip to make sure you get quality saffron. The good stigmas must have a deep red color with no yellow or orange parts, which would indicate that it is not pure. When immersed in water lukewarm, they should gradually release their color without losing his own, and the aroma should be distinctive, slightly sweet and earthy. Saffron teaches us a valuable lesson, sometimes most powerful ingredients. For our health, they come in small packages and require an extra effort to obtain them. But when it comes to preserving the precious gift of vision, well worth it investment. The scent of rosemary evokes kitchens Mediterranean and succulent. But what few. You know that this aromatic herb is also a powerful ally for our visual health. Its leaves needle-shaped. They contain carnosic acid and carnosol, two compounds with extraordinary properties, neuroprotective. Carnosic acid of the rosemary. It has a fascinating feature. It activates specifically in the presence of free radicals. You're becoming in a molecule called carnosol, which has powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It's like having a firefighter sleeping peacefully until he detects smoke, at which point which is activated instantly to combat fire. This property does of the rosemary, an ideal protector for the nerve cells of the retina and the optic nerve structures vital for the transmission of visual information to the brain. A study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science demonstrated that carnosic acid may protect retinal cells from damage caused by intense light, one of the factors that contribute to the macular degeneration. Rosemary also improvement. The microcirculation, increasing the blood flow to structures small as the capillaries that nourish the retina. This property ensures that your eye cells receive a constant and adequate supply of oxygen and nutrients, essential for its optimal functioning. In addition, the rosemary contains luteolin, a flavonoid that can reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation, an important factor in many degenerative eye diseases. Luteolin acts inhibiting ways specific inflammatory and reducing the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines. Incorporating rosemary into your daily diet is simple and delicious. You can add it fresh or dried to meats, fish, soups, and stews. One of my favorite ways to consume it is as an infusion. In olive oil, simply fill a jar with extra virgin olive oil and add several sprigs of fresh rosemary. After 2 weeks, you will have an aromatic oil loaded with beneficial compounds for your eyes. You can also prepare a rosemary tea, a drink that has been traditionally used to relieve eye fatigue and improve the concentration. Simply infuse a teaspoon of dried leaves or a fresh sprig in water hot for 10 minutes, strain and enjoy. Adding a slice of lemon will enhance the absorption of its compounds assets. An additional benefit of the rosemary is your capacity to improve memory and the cognitive function, such as demonstrates a study published in a journal of medicinal food. This property perfectly complements his action in the visual health, since our eyes and our brain work in narrow collaboration to create our visual experience of the world. With its deep orange flowers, the marigold Calendula officinalis has been used for centuries as a medicinal plant to treat skin problems. However, its benefits for the eye health are less known but equally impressive. Marigold flowers. They contain a high concentration of lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene, 3 carotenoids essential for the macular health. What makes the marigold is your specific combination of these compounds, along with flavonoids that improve his absorption and enhance its effects. A study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology showed that the calendula extracts can significantly reduce the eye inflammation and relieve dryness. 2 common problems associates with prolonged use of screens. The flavonoids present in the calendula, especially quercetin and chiempherol. They have properties anti-inflammatory drugs that act specifically in the ocular tissues. The calendula also contains triterpenoids, compounds that can reduce the intraocular pressure. one of the main risk factors for glaucoma. Preliminary study in the International Journal of Toxicology suggested that topical applications of calendula extracts could have potential as a treatment complementary for this condition. Other fascinating property of the marigold is yours. Ability to stimulate production of collagen, a structural protein essential to maintain the integrity of the cornea and others' ocular structures. As we age, the collagen production naturally decreases, which can contribute to problems such as keratoconus and others alterations in corneal shape. The most traditional way to use the calendula for the eye health is to prepare an infusion with its dried petals and use it, once cooled, as a relaxing eye bath. However, to obtain its internal benefits, you can prepare a calendula tea, 1 teaspoon of dried petals per cup of water, hot, and sweeten it with a little honey, if you wish. Its taste is slightly bitter with sweet notes. You can also find extracts standardized calendula in product stores natural, which ensure a consistent concentration of their compound's active ingredients. The typical dosage for the eye health is 300 to 600 milligrams daily, divided into 2 or 3 you take. An additional tip: combine your calendula tea with a little fennel or chamomile to create a synergistic blend that simultaneously addresses eye fatigue and strain nervous associated. This combination is particularly beneficial after long hours in front of the computer or electronic devices. Fennel, with its distinctive aniseed aroma and its stems crispy, it is much more than an ingredient for salads or dishes of fish. This Mediterranean plant contains a unique combination of compounds that convert in an exceptional ally to combat one of the most common visual problems of our digital age, the syndrome of dry eye. The secret of the fennel resides in its high content of flavonoids, especially quercetin and camphorol, which have properties anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties specific for the ocular tissues. These compounds, they can help reduce the inflammation of the meibomian glands, responsible for producing the lipid layer of the tear film that prevents the evaporation excessive tears. A study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that regular consumption of fennel can increase the tear production and improve his quality, providing relief to people suffering from dry eyes. This effect is attributed to the essential oils present in fennel, which have properties mild estrogens that can stimulate production of mucin, a key component of the tear film. Fennel. It is also rich in vitamin C, an essential nutrient for collagen synthesis in the cornea and conjunctiva. A healthy cornea is essential for maintaining an ocular surface that retains properly the moisture, and collagen plays a crucial role in his structure and function. In addition, the fennel contains an ethyl E, a compound with antimicrobial properties that can help prevent associated secondary eye infections with the syndrome of dry eye. Anethol also has effects mild antispasmodics that can relieve strain in the eye muscles, reducing eye strain. Incorporating fennel into your diet is simple and delicious. You can enjoy the bulb raw. In salads, providing a crisp and refreshing touch as or cook it gently to obtain a sweeter, milder flavor. Fennel seeds they can used as a spice or to prepare an infusion relaxing. Simply crush a teaspoon of seeds and pour them water hot. Let it rest for 10 minutes. Strain and enjoy. A traditional Italian recipe for eye health combines equal amounts of fennel seeds and eyebright leaves, another plant historically used for eye problems, prepared as an infusion and consumed twice daily. This mixture has been used for generations to relieve eye strain and improve the clarity of the vision. For whom they pass many hours in front of screens, a beneficial practice is to prepare a concentrated fennel infusion, let it cool, soak cotton pads in her, and place them on the closed eyelids for 10 minutes. This compress homemade provides a relief immediately to the eye strain and dryness, while the plant allies we have explored offer an arsenal of protection for your eyes. There is another side of the currency that we must address with honesty. Foods and substances that, consumed regularly, can accelerate the deterioration of your vision. Knowing them is the first step to avoiding or reducing them its presence in your diet. It is important to understand that these enemies do not act in a immediate or dramatic. The effect is more like that of a drop of water that constantly, falling on a stone, ends up eroding it. With heat time. It is precisely this silent and gradual nature that the dough's so dangerous. When we notice their impact, the damage already can be considerable. Come with me now in a revealing journey through the 7 most common saboteurs of your eye health, and discover as are affecting your eyes without you realizing account.